Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today I wanted to show you how I went about making a beat inside FL Studio using a Yamaha S80. So this is a synthesizer that was made in 1999, I believe. And I acquired it a couple months ago. Haven't been using it too much, but I did make a couple of beats with it that I thought were pretty fire. So I wanted to show you how I made those beats, what I did, how they sound. I think they're pretty cool. And it was a lot of fun using the Yamaha S80, which is it's a pretty good synthesizer. So let's jump inside FL Studio and I'll show you what we got going on. So this is the FL Studio project. As you can see, it's the melody, the drums, everything is laid down already, and it's a pretty simple beat. So I'm just going to take you through the patterns, take you through the melody, the drums, and yeah. So for this first pattern here, oh, and by the way, we're in 89 BPM, and the key signature is C minor. So I don't really know how to play the keys all that well, but I just kind of dicked around with it until I got something that I liked. So I'll just show you this first melody. I got a electric piano sound from the Yamaha. Sounds like this. So that was just kind of me dicking around with the Yamaha until I got something that I liked. So it was a pretty long recording that I did, so I chopped it into 4 bars, and this is what the first melody here sounds like. So I sent that to a mixer track and I put an EQ on it, kind of carved out a little bit of the lows, but not too much because I wanted to keep that original warmth of the instrument in that pattern. So I didn't cut out too much of the lows. Boosted around about 4-5K hertz, and that's pretty much it. I didn't add too many other effects on that. So that's the first melody. Second melody here was again the Yamaha, and I got this sound right here. I believe that was just like an organ preset, maybe an electric piano preset. Sent that to a mixer track and I put an EQ on it. Cut out a lot of the lows, boosted a lot of the highs, and cut out some of the harsh frequencies here in the middle around 1K hertz. I also put a shaper box on it to, well, it's doing a couple things. It's got like a time effect on it, where it's kind of slowing down the time and speeding it up. I got a volume filter on it, so it's messing around with the volume. And then I got just a filter, EQ filter on it, messing around with the cutoff and whatnot. Shaper box, a real nice tool for kind of warping sounds and stuff. So with the effects on it, sounds like this. You can kind of hear the shaper box working on that there. So that melody with the first melody I laid down on the Yamaha sounds like this. All right, for the next melody here, again, I used the Yamaha. This melody here sounds like this. So that's kind of a bell sound. Put an EQ on it. Took out some of the harsh frequencies, got rid of some of the lows, and I got a reverb on it just to give it some space. With the main melody, it sounds like this. Alright, for this next melody, I actually just got a piano from Keyscape. So this is Keyscape is a digital VST. So I got a piano sound from Keyscape, and it just follows the root notes of C minor. So I got a C and a C an octave above, C an octave below. That sounds like this. So that melody with the Yamaha sounds like this. And then for this last melody here, I went back to the Yamaha and I got this sound right here. Go ahead and play it for you. And that's just a string sound, I believe. And I sent that to a mixer track, but it looks like I don't have any effects on it, so it's just the dry sound. So that with the main melody, the piano, and the little bell sound sounds like this. Alright, so that's it for the melody, man. All those mixer tracks are routed into one melody bus, and I put an EQ on it, which basically just takes out the lows of the melody for when the 808 comes in, so the 808 can really punch through the mix. Alright, let's move on to the drums. The drums are relatively simple. So we got just a basic clap or snare. We got a very, very basic two-step hi-hat pattern, man. Real simple. We got an open hat. Kind of messed around with the velocities to give it some bounce. We got a counter snare. We got a crash. We got this little triangle sound here. And if you go into the sample, I switched this the volume envelope. I turned the hold all the way up and all these other knobs all the way down, so you got this box shape, and that's going to keep your notes from play the whole sample. So, like for instance, this note here is chopped, so it's only playing a little accent, so you can get some rhythm in that triangle. Also messed around with the velocities down here. Just gives it a little bit more swing. And that's pretty much it for the drums. I do have this little accent. I believe this is an accent one shot from some random drum kit. I got a transition effect. And then, of course, we have the 808. And I actually ended up using 2 different 808s for that. So I got this main one here, and then I have this second one that just kind of goes up, just to give it some variation. So all the drums put together sounds like this. And that 808 follows the root notes of the scale. You want to stay in the key of your song when you're doing the 808s. Of course, both 808s are turned to mono. So to turn your 808s into mono, use this little knob down here at the bottom. Turn it all the way to the right. That's going to put your 808s in mono. So you don't want your 808s spread across the stereo image field. You want them in mono. That's pretty much it for the beat. I have my producer tag here in the beginning, and once I have all the elements to my beat done and all the elements are there, then it's just a matter of me arranging the beat. So I arranged the beat. Go ahead and play it for you, man.
Benny, you crazy.
So that's pretty much the full beat right there, man. It was real fun using the Yamaha S80. And they're not too expensive. If you can find a used one, they're not too expensive. I don't want to give you the exact price tags. I'm not sure. I got mine from the church that my family used to attend, and they gave it to me for a small donation. But so I don't want to give you a price tag on the Yamaha S80, but I don't believe they're too expensive. Anyway, it was super fun messing around with it. Great piece of equipment. Really cool. That's pretty much it, man. Take care.